Okay. I actually feel like streaming after work today, which I didn't at all last week. So we're going to take it a little bit easy and do some Final Fantasy. And my goal today is to do some job quests, because I've still got to catch up on a bunch of those. You may notice that we have a new shiny weapon, not that you can really fucking see it. Let's see, can I get it with some contrast? Might not help that much. It's a spear that has a dragon coming out of it. That's what it is. But that does mean that we only have one more anima relic. And it's the monk. It's on the Umbrite stage. I've already done half of its Umbrite, as can be seen here. So all that I need is another 20 or so Umbrite, and we can finish off the last anima relic. I then, have all of the Eureka relics, but that's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while. Anyway, let's start by ranking up with the Ananta, because they're the only one that we don't have up to level 7. And then I think I've not done the dailies for the Kojin yet today, but I think if we're getting 180 each day, yeah, for Friday we'll be able to finish off the Kojin, and that'll be our first Stormblood society completely finished. Good day, After. I don't know how to thank you for all your help. The castle has become everything I'd hoped for. Travelers and Resistance members alike have been singing its praises. As long as nothing untoward happens, I'm confident it will pass muster with Mother. That reminds me, how's your mother's molting coming along? Ishana informs me the upper layer of skin is beginning to separate. There's not much time left. Well, we're set to pass the inspection with flying colours. There's nothing to fear, unless some unforeseen catastrophe occurs. Captain Alpha! It's a catastrophe! What do you mean? Ananta, they're fighting amongst themselves over in Virjala. It looked like they were out for blood, so I ran for my life. What? Jolliman, if you'd kept your mouth shut, this never would have happened. I suppose I was tempting fate a bit, but you can't blame me for it. Why does this have to happen now? If Mother finds out that Ananta are causing trouble near Castellum Velladina, she'll hold me responsible. Jolmin, after, follow me. Interesting. Okay, my stream deck has stopped working. So I'm not going to be able to mute myself so that you don't hear the can opening. It's a small thing, but I try and do it most of the time when I remember and can be asked. Battlemaids of the Quailiana! Any of you are still alive, say something! Relax me, it's a massacre. There's no time to waste. We should search for survivors. Try the southern part of the valley. Jolmin, come with me. Pardon me. Fucking hell. Are you here to kill me? No, it would seem not. A survivor! What happened here? There's been a schism within the Quelliana. I and those of like mind no longer wish to devote ourselves to the false Sri Lakshmi. We believe the Quelliana should work with the Vera for the future of Girabania, instead of sequestering ourselves away from the world. Many of us voiced our opposition, but the Dreamers heard not our pleas. And when you tried to break from the tribe, they hunted you down. Yes, most of us were slain. Those who survived the ambush are being pursued as we speak. What do you make of this, Captain? This is troubling indeed. There are so few routes through the valleys that anyone passing is bound to be caught up in the fighting. Those killers won't think twice about cutting down anyone who stands between them and their prey. I can't allow this slaughter to continue. The Quelliana and we Vera have our differences, but they are still our sisters. And it's up to us to beat some sense into those dreamers. No, this is an Ananta affair, and I cannot involve the gatekeepers. I'll deal with it myself. Alpha, have you forgotten why we're here in the first place? What are you talking about? Why do you think Cholomin and I are here? Stop being obtuse and say what you mean, or get out of my way. We're here because a merchant begged the gatekeepers for help. You yourself said the Dreamers won't think twice about cutting down innocents. This is our problem. It's the gatekeepers' duty to keep the peace. If that means intervening in tribal disputes, then so be it. Isn't that right? You're right. We'll settle this together. The Dreamers are still out there looking for you. Go to Castellum Veladina and tell the gatekeepers that Alpa sent you. No harm will come to you. Youngling of the Vera, you have my gratitude. Jolmin, after. The other survivors need our help. Let's move. I really don't remember this quest, but that's probably because I skipped all of it. And you can fuck off and all. The pursuers have tracked us down. We have no strength left to fight. This is the end. It's not over yet. We're here to help. That's right. You're under the protection of the Veladina gatekeepers now. It's time to show them what we're made of. I am worried how Dancer is going to do in this, but let's find out. Vera. Don't be alarmed. We are not your enemies. The traitors are in league with the Vera. Slay them. Good luck with that. Good luck with me. And how much health I have. Okay, maybe... Okay, good. Someone healed me. And thank fuck they did. Okay, I was worried for nothing. Oh, it's not over. Hello. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe not shit. Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm about to die. Yeah, we managed it. It got a little close on Dancer, but we managed it. To think they'd appear in such numbers. They're relentless. Who dares interfere? Ah! Hey. There you are. Thought you'd steal all the glory for yourself, eh? You're not the only hero around here. Although I only came to admire the griffin statues, I shan't stand by while my friends are in danger. It's time for Ala Mhigo, the invisible adder, to bare her fangs. Invisible adder? Is that because the others ignore you? Zen! Ala! Never been so happy to see you two. Hear me, dreamers of the Quelliana. Your crimes are beyond redemption, beyond forgiveness. It's time for you to pay. Vanisher, the one truth. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? If we're in for a penny... Oh my God! Okay, good. Good. bit. Okay, she's just going to continue gathering it. Slowly but surely. I'ma dance you to death, bitch! Helper, we were on our way to inspect your facilities when we heard the cries of battle. I might have guessed the Quiliana were involved, but I never expected to find you here. What is the meaning of this? Mother, listen to me. These Quiliana are not our enemies. After, what's she talking about? If these Quiliana do indeed reject the false Sri Lakshmi, I would hear it from them. Tell us the truth of this day. Our own sisters turned against us because we dared to seek another way. Were it not for the intervention of your daughter and her comrades, we would have been slaughtered. But while none of us are gravely injured, our sorrow is beyond words. Sisters, you are welcome to stay with us in Viranilia for as long as you need. You will have food and shelter and time to think on your futures. That you would show your sworn enemies such kindness. However, it is with profound regret that we must refuse your most gracious offer. Our minds were made up before your arrival. Pray tell, what will you do? Alpa, brave and benevolent daughter of the Vera, please allow us to join the Veladina gatekeepers. Join us? But why? We were raised to fear the Striders, told they could not be trusted, and so we turned away from the world and placed our hopes in a false god. But when you and your comrades came to our rescue, we saw the error of our ways. We need not, nay, cannot live apart. That's what my work with the gatekeepers has taught me. There are many people that call Girabania home. I just want to make it a safer place. Of course, we all have our own opinions and beliefs, but our goals are the same, and that's what matters. We'd be happy to have you. Then we will commit ourselves to your cause. It seems you've grown a great deal, Alpa. Are you sure? I'm still about the same length as before. I don't think it was meant to be taken literally. She is still rather slow on the uptake, I see. It's just one of her many quirks, as I'm sure you've noticed. I must return to the village and share these recent developments with the brood. In the meantime, you should await my arrival at Veladina. I still intend to look over the castellum. Understood, Mother. Cool, and so clearly the level 8 reputation is going to be from her mother visiting, I guess. I should report everything to my superiors and request permission to accept the new Quelliana recruits. Are you sure about this? This could all be a ploy to infiltrate the Resistance. If it is, it's a needlessly contrived one. Besides, we're not about to hand them the keys to the place. We'll train them like any other recruits, and if they betray our trust, we'll deal with it then and there. Fair enough. All the same, I'll keep a close eye on him. I know you will. Anyway, looks like Mother's arrived for the inspection. This is the moment I've been dreading. Or, okay, we could just do this now. The time has come to see the fruits of your labors. I take it everything is in order? If I find your efforts to be insufficient, you're coming straight back to Viranilia. Is that clear? Crystal clear. I'll be looking over every ilm of this place. Nothing will escape my notice. I mean, you don't need to look that closely to see all the shit that we've done, I would argue. My inspection's complete. There's no denying you've made significant changes. Of course, this place is no stranger to change. The stone bridge once built by the Ala Mhigans was plated in blackened steel by the Garleans, becoming a symbol of oppression. Now it is the turn of the Ananta to leave our mark. For better or worse, it stands as a testament to the history of Girabania. Now, representatives of the various peoples of this land have united as the Veladina gatekeepers and transformed this stronghold. It bodes well for the future. So, does that mean... Even before my arrival, you had already demonstrated the qualities required of a leader. You fought to defend members of the Quelliana and have established a bond of trust with them, an achievement that many considered impossible. You've learned much and grown to become a leader worthy of the highest praise and respect. As brood mother, as your mother, this makes me proud indeed. I don't know what to say. This concludes my visit. I hope you will all continue to support Alpa in her endeavors. Until we meet again. She's not the only one that feels that way. You've come a long way, Alpa. It's like you won't be needing me as your mentor anymore. No, Trollman. You're not getting off that easily. I still need a second in command, don't I? This place may have passed Mother's test, but our work's far from over. As soon as we get permission for the Quelliana recruits to join, we'll need a garrison for them. We should start the preparations right away. Is that the barracks? Damn. Permission to accept the Quelliana refugees has been granted and a new Ananta garrison has been built at the Castellum Veladina. Mayan Anaconda. Mayan Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. Now what do you sell? Okay. We get the Married Horn, which is for the elephant. Oh yeah, I think I got this just after last stream. So you get this mount is from Alexander Savage, literally the final boss of the Savage raids. I was expecting to have to kill him multiple times in order to try and get this. I got it first try. My first Savage mount, and I got it first try. Although that's not the thing that I wanted to look at, was it? What I wanted to look at was... You're fucking rude. Yeah. Stompy. Stompy boy. Sweet. Now that we've done that, on to what I actually want to get done today, job quest. What do we want to do? Because we've already done Summoner and Red Mage, so I could do Black Mage and finish off all the magical ranged DPS. Or I could do Scholar so that we get that. I feel like none of them are going to be that interesting. Could do Samurai. Samurai might be a good one. Given that it's one of the classes from Stormblood. Actually, no. Let's do Monk. Whilst Monk is still kind of in my mind with the Stormblood story. Because I know that Ninja also has a pretty good Stormblood story. I think. Where do I need to go for this? I thought it was the goldsmiths. But I'm not seeing... Oh, okay, no, it is there. It just wasn't showing on the minimap for some reason. But the Reaper one was. Ah, after. Dim though you are, I would swear you possess an innate ability to sense when you're needed. And on that note, I have a task for you. Your fellow brute, Widdergelt, some matter or other weighs heavily on his mind of late. Knowing him, it can only pertain to Ala Mhigo. The stubborn oaf is determined to keep it pent up inside, loath to trouble me with it, or some such nonsense. I shouldn't doubt. But you, my friend, you are as a sister to him. If there's a woman alive in whom he would be willing to confide, it is you. For the hopeless idiot's sake, I bid you go to Revenant's Toll and place yourself at his disposal. I really should start planning out when I'm going to do the crafter and gatherer quests. Oh, hi guys. Good. That will be all for today. You've done well. I am pleased with your progress. You always say that, Master, but we're nowhere near what we want to be. Not even close. Indeed. And besides, any progress we make, we owe wholly to you. Damn right. Without your guidance, we'd be going nowhere fast. My guidance. After. I'm glad to see you. Things are well here, as you can see, but... Desensa, or Chaka, you may go ahead. I would speak with After. Those two grow stronger every day. Shadows darken their way no more. Their purpose is clear. Would that I could say the same of mine. You see, I've received an offer. Resistance. They asked that I rejoin them, lead one of their units. Once I would have jumped at the chance, but no more. No longer do I live for revenge. You and the Professor showed me it is not the way. So I will turn down the offer. I would focus not on fighting, but rebuilding. But what is within my power? Beyond the battlefield, how can I serve my homeland? Forgive me. I should not trouble you with this. It is my answer to find. But first, I will give the Resistance their answer. My thanks for listening. He still agonizes over it. Aye. Hardly the state of mind to be in for such an important meeting. Isn't there anything we can do? Not us two. His pride wouldn't allow it, but you. He opened up to you just now, did he not? I dare say he'd do so again. We're terribly sorry to impose, but could you please follow him? Watch over him in our stead. For you? Of course. We're in your debt. He's bound for little Ala Mhigo, I believe. Meow. You would bear witness to my resolve. Very well, sister. Witness me. You made up your mind, then? I have. Your offer does me a great honor. With respect, I must decline. My days of vengeance are over. I see. That's your decision, and I shan't press you further. Yet be lying were I to say I'm not disappointed. With your mastery of the fist, your contribution to our struggle would have been immeasurable. I am sorry. Do not be. Remember, fighting is not the only way to serve one's nation. We, each of us, must find our own path to walk. Our own path. There's a place I would be. I take my leave of you. 'Tis plain you know Widdegelt better than most. You are indeed his friend, as I mark you to be. I needn't tell you to be there for him. Meow. Oh, is he above us? To find me here. You know me too well. The mark of the Destroyer. My people bore it here when the Empire came. The risk was great, but their faith was greater still. Alas, that faith is all but faded, wiped away from the motherland. Garleans suffer not the divine. They allow us not even the solace of worship. Ralgar, I know now. That which I can do for Ala Mhigo. All along, there was but one path. Let us return to Revenant's Toll. There I will tell all. Is he gonna preach the Fist of Ralgar? Because, you know, we can do some fisting. Thank you all for coming. I have found my calling, and I would share it with you. I will go to Girabania, and there revive the Fist of Ralgar. Well then, we're coming with you. We won't let you out of our sight, not until we've repaid the debt, at any rate. Suffice to say, I too shall come. The lands of Girabania harbour countless mysteries, and such knowledge as I possess will doubtless serve you in your endeavour. And you, sister, can I count on you as well? I'm with you all the way. I am glad. Your presence gives me heart. The mission will not be easy, but I will not rest until I succeed. And the Fist of Ralgar is returned to the land. This, I swear. On that inspiring note, I shall go and make ready. And Widdergelt, pray do not forget what we discussed. We'll depart anon. Pray, see to your preparations. Are you ready to depart, sister? Good. The professor has already left. He makes for a village called Alagana. There he will take the measure of the land. I would strike out soon as well. No, one matter troubles me still. The creed for a new Fist of Ralgar. With all due respect, Master, but at this rate we'll never get to Girabania. You are right. Sometimes the answer cannot be forced. Mayhap it will come to me on the road. Very well. Let us away. En route I would make a stop. The place is called Schism. Monks once trained there. In revisiting the past, we may better walk the future. Thinking about monks and the Fist of Ralgar, when do we unlock the dungeon in Ralgar's Reach? Oh, it's not linked to the MSQ. So there's probably a side quest in Ralgar's Reach to unlock it now. As a child, I came to this place. We faced fearsome fiends that we might open our chakra. In returning here, I hoped there would be a spark, inspiration for a new creed. But it is not so simple. The Fist once taught that, through the pursuit of strength, one can approach the sublimity of Ralga. Teaching our forebears followed to their undoing. In pursuit of strength, they sought the power of rule, and by that power they were destroyed. Our creed must rise above the dark past, or it cannot light the way unto the future. Nay, we must find a new path. Well, there's nothing like a journey for finding paths. Let's keep moving. Something will come to mind before you know it. So I pray, Sensor. So I pray. But yes, let us continue on to the peaks, east to the village of Alagana. There, Professor Eric awaits us. Stop. Alagana. When I return here, I remember the day the Temple of the Fist was raised. On that day, I was training, like all the days before. Then, without warning, we were attacked. We all of us fought bravely, even little ones like me, desperate to protect our temple, our home. It was all in vain. One after another we fell, all the while the temple burned. Some few of us managed to flee, me with my closest brother Adri. We stumbled into this village, smoke billowing behind us. When I looked around, Adri was not there. I never saw him again. Forgive me. Now is not the time for sorrowful recollection. Come, let us look for the Professor. Go on then, join the bloody resistance, add to the pile of corpses. It's the only difference you're gonna make. You're wrong. I'm gonna make a real difference. I'm gonna train hard and honor Ralga, and he'll grant me power. That power couldn't save the temple, our home. What makes you think it's gonna save us now? Don't be a fool. No matter how strong you become, you'd still be one man against the might of the Empire. They might be beaten now, but they won't stay beaten forever, mark my words. And you mark my words. My mind's made up. I'm not letting the bastard Imperials take from us again. You just take care of yourself, you hear? Souls crushed to submission, the fire in their hearts extinguished, to rekindle hope within such people. That must be the purpose of the new fist. Praise be. I have it, our new creed. To those who have had their homes stolen, their loved ones taken, naught is more desirous than strength. The strength to protect that which they hold dear. Well, so you found your answer, rather more quickly than I had expected of someone who'd sooner strike rather than think with his head. With the Order's purpose thus established, we may consider the question of place. I regret to say, however, that the old temple grounds are currently occupied by the Resistance, and there's naught to indicate they will vacate anytime soon. The grounds hold symbolic meaning, a fitting stage for reviving the fist, but ultimately the physical location matters not. For our mission lies in the spiritual realm, within people's hearts. There we will rekindle the faith, and all may know the solace of worship. That, as they say, is the spirit. Now then, I shall report on how matters stand in the region, but few Fist faithful remain, even accounting for those who practice in secret. Nor has there been any trace of the sect of Shadow, not since their misguided leader's downfall. Save for those who came over to the light, it's safe to assume that his ambitions died with him. We have a long road ahead. That much is plain. We will see our journey through, one step at a time. And the first step begins here, and now. Great, so, what do we do? We hold a demonstration. Give the people tangible proof. Proof that the fist is returned. After. First impressions last. You're the first among us. As such, I would entrust this task to you. You may leave it to me to round up the villagers. Shall cry up a veritable storm for the coming spectacle. Zensa, Ochaka, take the wooden dummy. Set it up on the village outskirts, and after, limber up. Tell me when you are ready. I'm ready. Not many came. Far fewer than I had hoped. But no less of a show will we give them. Come, your performance will mark the revival of the Fist of Ralga. Lead in with twin snakes, follow on with a dragon kick, then finish with demolish. Twin snakes is that one. Then you want dragon kick, which is that one. And then you want demolish. Was an odd combination. Hey, ain't that the Fist of Ralga? But I thought all the monks were gone. Good people of Ala Mhigan, I am Widogelt, proud son of Ala Mhigo, and brother of the Fist of Ralga. All know the sad tale of our order. Years ago, the King of Ruin laid our temple to waste. Our faith was lost to the people. But without faith, it is the people who are lost. For to lose faith is to lose hope. But we need hope now, in this bleak age, more than ever before. So I come before you today, and I beseech you, join me in reviving the Fist of Ralga. Let us restore hope to the land. You can't fool us. You just want soldiers. Fodder for your front lines. You're no different from the accursed masks. So it was in the past. Our order was seduced by power. Swore allegiance to the royal family. We monks were little more than tools of war. That was the Fist of old. The new fist serves no king. It hungers not for glory, thirsts not for blood. Nay, friends, it seeks only to protect that which we hold dear. Protect. Ralga is the destroyer. As his disciples, there is but one thing we ought to destroy. Our own weakness. Therein lies the strength to protect. Therein lies hope. I will not lie. I am no great warrior. My forebears would put me to shame. But I am not alone. Nay, I have stout comrades beside me who are no less dedicated to the cause. My foremost pupils, Zensa and Ochaka. And after, whose sublime skills you just witnessed. Please, say a word to the people. Are you ready for pain? Join us. Let us begin anew. Although I do like the, are you ready for pain? It seems like something a wrestler would say. To bring you hope, we will give you our all. Every ounce of our being. This we solemnly swear. My thanks after. Your performance paved the way for my words. All present lent their ears. No few opened their hearts. Already villagers have come, seeking to learn of the new fist. A fine first showing. Our forebears will doubtless be pleased. By restoring the fist, we honor their memory. I shall commence the villagers' training at once. Initiate them into the fundamentals of the faith. When that is over, we may continue our mission. Till then, pray, see to honing your own skills. Ere long, they will be called upon again. You look well, sister. Stronger than when last we spoke. Our membership too grows stronger. Word spread after the speech. Others have come to learn. But it's too soon to be satisfied. I would welcome more to the faith. There are villagers who still doubt us, our authenticity and our purpose. To convince them, I would demonstrate our techniques in real combat, by way of a cross-discipline match. For our opponents, I have the pugilists of Uldar in mind, assuming they are willing. You are well known in the Pugilists Guild. If you ask, they will surely listen. Will you speak with them on our behalf? You have my thanks. Go well, and my regards to Master Hamon. Alright, so I've got to go back to Uldar. There isn't... Yeah, there isn't a fast travel for the Pugilist Guild. That's right, I remember now. Oh, this isn't a familiar face, and one I'm rather fond of. Shuchoto, Rukuta, we have an esteemed guest. Sa. After gods, how long has it been? Well, well, seems I picked a good time to take a break from my wanderings. It's good to see you again. That it is. Now then, what brings you here, lass? A cross-discipline match? Why, that sounds exciting. Don't you agree, Master? Eorzean so far. It will be the other side of the world. Mostly sinewy Highlanders. And male ones at that. Well, that's rich coming from a sinewy Highlander, and a wrinkled old one at that. I, for one, would welcome the challenge. I have grown weary of pummeling stuff. Says the one on a losing streak. But of course we'll go. After all you've done for us, it is the least we can do. The sooner the better, I take it, and there's no time like the present. We'll head out at once. Hurry up and pack your things. We're going to Eorzean. You go on ahead, lass. Let young Widdergelt know to expect us. It's on like an Ala Mhigan monk. The pugilists are on their way. Rallico be praised. There is much to do. I'll make the match known to the villagers. Zensa, Hachaka, be on hand to receive our guests. And you, Schism, that is to be the venue. Take yourself there and prepare. Alright. What's the best way of me getting there? Is it just a... Yeah, I think it's just a fast travel. I mean, I could go through Rauga's Reach, but... Fuck that. The annoying thing about this mount is that I don't actually like it. I just don't. Like, out of all of the Savage mounts that I've seen, the one that I like most is... I think it's the Sunforged? Which is like a flame worm snake that you ride when it's on the ground, and then it transforms into a phoenix when you start flying. But I think that's from Endwalker. You are here. Good. People of Alagana expect a quality match. Let us not disappoint them. Soon the girls will arrive with the pugilists. I also told the professor, but he will not attend. Science before savagery, he says. Ah! 7 L's, what are you... Ugh. Zensa, our trucker! They're in trouble. The voice came from the river, with me. Was it not the pugilists? Those aren't the pugilists. Wait. The Griffin? Corpse Brigade. Techniques. They had no effect. Well, well. We thought we knew every ilm of your style. But you, adventurer, you are not like the others. You are the Griffin, the wretch who led countless soldiers to their doom. Good men and women with lives ahead of them. But you are supposed to be dead. The wretch who died was but a double. Good riddance, too, for he presumed to have ambitions of his own. I am the true Griffin, and my true name is Theobald, Theodoric's heir and rightful king of Ala Mhigo. Theodoric's heir? King of Ala Mhigo? Aye, and in my royal duty I've come to deliver a warning. Such cults as propagate false beliefs will not be suffered under my reign. Cease any foolish notion of reviving the Fist of Ralga. Swear fealty unto me, or you will meet the same end as your treacherous forebears. Lies. Theodoric's line is spent. Rightful or no, none would bow before you. The people will not suffer another tyrant. You wound me, Widdergelt. Or should I say, Theodred, dear cousin. What? All this time and you didn't know? Neither who you are, not what became of your parents? This ignorance cannot be borne. Nay, we must rectify it at once. You see, your father and mother, they conspired to betray the royal house. For their crimes, his grace, my father, put them to the death. And though your parents were the dimmest of traitors, they had wits enough to know when the game was over. So they sent their precious Theodred, then but a bawling babe, to be raised in safety at the Temple of the Fist, though my father tended to that squalid little place soon enough. You dare mock my parents and my home! Who you claim to be, I care not. Will make you pay. Have you learned nothing? Your techniques are useless against us. If your defeat suffices not to convince you, look to the proof of your beloved temple's destruction. Listen well. Ala Mhigo needs a strong ruler, an absolute ruler, to smite her enemies and restore her to glory. That ruler is me. Your feeble fist has no place in her future. Not a good time for the match. With apologies to Master Hammond, I must call it off. Zensa, Ochaka, pray, return to Algana and rest. Or remain behind to receive our guests. Wait with me after. Ugh, sorry for the delay, my friends. Having been here once before, I thought I had a handle on the route. It was the route that had a handle on me. Is something the matter? Aye, harsh truths have been thrust before me, calling my very existence into question. As I am no fit opponent for you. Forgive me, Master Hammond. Far as you have come, it pains me to say this, but I must call off our match. Well, that you don't do so lightly is plain to see. Whatever has happened must be serious indeed. For now, my boy, you'd best focus on yourself. There'll be another time to trade blows. Come, you two. I'm going home. Already? We've barely gotten here, by the scenic route besides. Let me rest a moment, will you? Oh, don't be such a milksop. With all your roaming, surely this distance is nothing to you. And Widdergeld. To make it clear, we're merely postponing the match. Whatever it is that ails you now, I have faith you'll bounce back. Ready to match me blow for blow. Master Hammond is a soul of kindness. I have nothing but gratitude. Let us return to Alagana. I would look in on Zensa and Ochaka. Meanwhile, please, find Professor Eric. Tell him all that has come to pass. What am I doing? Let's just fast travel. What? let me paraphrase. You're telling me that Widdegeld, Widdegeld, the lumbering slab, is in fact Theodred, nephew to Theodoric, the King of Ruin? And that this man who claims to be the Griffin, presumed dead, also claims to be Theobald, Theodoric's rightful heir, also presumed dead. By the gods, not even a drink-addled bard could make this up. Outlandish details aside, I have an inkling as to the identity of those who set upon you. They are the selfsame crew that raised the Temple of the Fist, the Corpse Brigade. Trained in counter-monk combat, they served the King of Ruin as his personal guard. The personal agents of destruction would be more accurate. When their liege fell, they followed in turn, becoming overqualified bandits. Even so, it appears they've not entirely forgotten their training. That would explain why, for all their mastery of the fist, Widdegeld and the girls had no answer to them. That you could hold your own, I believe, is due to your pugilistic background. At any rate, now is the time to arm ourselves with knowledge. First of all, I shall look into Theobald's myriad claims. As for you, I suggest that you check on your friend. Knowing the oath, he'll be confused and crestfallen to no end. Ah, it's you. I've known defeat, tasted my fair share. Not like this. I was helpless as a babe. The strength to protect, I proclaimed. Could not even protect my own. All my years of training, all useless. What have I to offer the people? And to think, the Mad King is my uncle. I'm nephew to the man who murdered my parents, who destroyed our temple, who brought our nation to ruin. But forgive me, sister. I would be alone. It's you again, sister. My new pupils, they've lost faith in me, and so I have lost them. Perhaps it's just as well. I'm unfit to teach. I am the Mad King's kin. It would be an affront. Forgive me, I should not burden you, but to you I feel I can speak my heart, and reveal things I would not to others, not even my closest disciples. Speaking of whom, Zensa not Chaka. Their bodies may have healed, but their pride will yet be raw. They would be heartened for your visit. Ah, Master. How good of you to come and see us. Both Zensa and I are well now. Never you fear. It is Master Widdegeld that worries us. We'll not soon recover from the emotional blow. Given all that's happened, you can hardly blame him. We were supposed to support Master, but in the end, we were just dead weight. Lessons have been suspended since the incident. Not that it matters, though. Villagers have ceased attending. The big setback for our mission, but the biggest setback of all is Master's melancholy. Professor Eric would know what to do, I'd wager. Let's go and consult him, but I don't want to leave Master by himself. Nor do I. Might we trouble you to find the Professor and bring him back? I believe he took his investigation of the man named Theobald to the Resistance at Ralka's Reach. Well, to get to Ralka's Reach, I may as well fly. Cause it's just over here. Meow. Okay. I got a little bit confused about where I should be going. Stop. After. You come at a good time. Just finished inquiring after our friend, his aspiring Majesty Theobald. You're doubtless eager to hear my findings. By all accounts, 'twas but recently the man resurfaced. None can quite say whence he came, but no sooner did he appear than he declared himself Theodoric's heir and proceeded to recruit people to his cause. But the prevailing sentiment around the fellow is one of uncertainty. It should come as no surprise, but folk are not exactly keen on the Griffin's return. Lest we forget, few have fond memories of the King of Ruin's reign, nor do they have any reason to love his heir. That is all. Now then, what brings you here? Still sulking into his cyclist, you say? Utterly hopeless. Very well, I shall go and slap some sense into the fool. Come. Wrong. Wizardgeld. Thrashing though it was, how long will you let a single defeat keep you down? As I hear it, you've been neglecting your training. Haven't so much as lifted a finger. You'd let all that muscle go to fat. Defeat is painful. This is true. But I'm no stranger to its sting. In time, the sensation fades. But this... it is no mere sensation. It is my very existence. The man who destroyed the Fist of Ralga. His blood courses through my veins. That I should seek to revive the Order, it is an affront to the dead. I have not the right. So that's the way of it. I'll tell you a story. I once had a son. In many ways, he took after me. It was my hope that he would one day follow in my footsteps. But the boy had grander dreams. Wanted to change the world, he took off and joined the Resistance. And then he died. His unit was hopelessly surrounded by Imperial forces. In order to save his comrades, he swept up a sack of explosives and... the details are irrelevant. For long years, I lived with regret. If only my son had walked the path of science, I lamented. He might still be here. But eventually, I came to a realization. It was his choice to make, and make it he did. He chose to be a soldier and died a hero. In acknowledging this, I was able to obtain a semblance of peace. We are defined not by our blood, Widogeld, by our choices. So your uncle's the Mad King, what of it? You're not him, you are you, by whatever name, and there is no limit to what path you may walk. That path may be fraught with hardship, but you mustn't give up. Behold, the soldiers of the Resistance! Even after their great victory, they continue their vigil, ever ready to render up their lives for their cause. These men and women bear a great burden, one beneath which they could buckle at any moment, yet they stand firm to the last. I used to wonder, why do they not give up? My son taught me the answer. They believe that the moment you give up on something is the moment you lose it. When first we met, you were hell's bent on retribution. Mule-headed though you were, you came to see the folly of your path. But there comes a time when a man must fight. For you, that time is now. So find your inner mule, Widdergelt, and fight! Fight for that which you believe in. You are right, Professor. I see now that what is truly important. Theobald desires absolute rule. If he has his way, the people will suffer. This cannot be borne. It flies in the face of the new fist. I would restore hope to the people. But to do this, I must transcend him. I will become stronger, and I will protect that which I hold dear. Full glad am I to hear it. Suffice it to say, I shall aid in whatever way I can. Something else has been bothering me, Professor. About Theobald. His polearm techniques are distinct. I've seen them before, but when? Where? It was a long time ago, when the Temple of the Fist still stood. No, it couldn't possibly be... Adri? Who is this Adri? A brother at the Temple of the Fist, and the closest thing I had to family. I'd thought him dead, slain when the temple was raised. But now you believe that he may still be alive, and is the one who seeks to prevent your reviving the Fist of Ralga. Let us confront him and uncover the truth. I looked upon Adri as a true brother. I do not wish for us to fight, but neither can I yield in my purpose. I seek to restore hope to the people. Adri seeks to deprive them of it. We must stand opposed. Then I stand ready to strike him down. But remember, Adri is not alone. He's rallied the Corpse Brigade to his cause, and against them the Fist of Ralga is ineffectual. How do you intend to overcome this disadvantage? If our fighting style will not serve, we'll master another. One that is free and unshackled by form. I would ask a favor of you. All you learned as a pugilist, we would learn also. Will you teach us? Reckon you can keep up? Give us your worst, sister. We will take it all in our stride. You are ready, I would begin at once. Let us train at Gear Came, as the monks of old once did. I shall summon the girls. Pray, meet us there. Well, it would seem the storm has blown over. With that, I'll return to Uldar to tend to a task of mine own. I trust you will see the rest here. Where the fuck is Gear Kahim? Okay. I'm still not sure where that is, to be honest.
Why
Yeah.
are you following me?
Kev Doge, thanks for the follow. Enjoy Ixion Booty. Oh, okay. It's this temple. Ah, yeah. Theobald leads the Corpse Brigade. Soldiers trained to suppress the Fist of Ralga. Against them, our style is ineffective. If we are to triumph, we must broaden our horizons. And after will help us. Alright, let's do it. Give it. Naughty kitty. I shall give it my all. You well know how we fight, our strengths and our weaknesses. Tell us what we must improve from the eyes of a pugilist. Speed. I see. Above all, a pugilist is swift. For each blow he receives, he delivers a dozen. Zensa, or Chaka, our combinations must be seamless. 10,000 boot shines. 10,000, fucking hell. So this is how you trained. It is eye-opening. It is not enough. We must learn more. We cannot defeat the enemy. Please, teach us more. Work on your endurance. I see. Beside the pugilist we want for endurance, no number of blows must stop us. Zensa, or Chaka, our endurance must be unyielding. Steel Peak 10,000 times. I didn't realize that Link was here. Such brutal training. Small wonder you are so strong. We're not finished yet. After, again. I see. Beside the pugilist we want for power. Every blow must be telling. Zensa, or Chaka, our strikes must be harder than stone. Arm of the Destroyer for 10 hours! So this is how you trained. Pray, forgive my interruption. My name is Herowald, and I'm come at Professor Eric's behest. The Professor? Has something happened? Nothing untoward, I assure you. He's made a momentous discovery pertaining to the man called Theobald. Truly. We must go to him at once. Beg your pardons. The Professor bade me bring Mistress After alone. He believes that you and the ladies should focus on your training first and foremost. I suppose he's right. Very well. Go on, sister. You've taught us all we need to know. All that remains is to practice. Make it second nature. My thanks for your understanding. Without further ado, then, please, follow me. Oh. I didn't think that that was going to be in the fringes, to be honest. I expected I was going to have to go back to Uldar. You're not really with the Professor, are you? Not far now. The Professor awaits beyond. Can't believe you fell for it. To be fair, I spoke no lies. Professor did call for you. Help me after, he said. Okay, there's more of these guys than I thought there was. I can take these guys out. Never mind. They might just constantly spawn. How the fuck do I play monk again? I feel like I say that every time I try and play monk. Oh shit! Okay. There we go. We'll just have to try something different. What the fuck do you mean by that? I forgot I have the riddles at this level. Surrender now, or he's a dead man. Can't even finish a fight you've started? Cravens, the whole lot of you! Call me what you will, but no one stands between the king and his throne. We do. You were slow to return, so we followed. It was right that we did. Thank Rauga we're not too late. How the hell did you get past the sentries? We trampled right over him. How else? Damn it, your ilk was supposed to be easy picking. The day's yours, but it isn't over. Mark my words. Why are we letting him get away? There's 4 of us. One person deals with the professor, the other 3 go after him. My thanks, after. I was on my way back from Uldar when they set upon me. None too gently, the bloody brutes. I'm sorry, Professor. It is my fault. You were put in danger because of me. Haven't you learned anything, you dolt? I'm part of this because of my own volition. Better or worse, I alone bear responsibility for my actions. At any rate, I've done what I needed to do, and you may resume training safe in that knowledge. Begging your pardons, but may I suggest we leave this place? The enemy may still be lurking nearby. Why is this thing said all day? Come, let us return to Alagana. Don't mind me just running into a tree. I thank you again, After, for your teachings. Owing to them, we could save the professor. He sustained some injuries, but for a blessing they are minor. The village healer tends to him. When he is recovered, I mean to challenge Theobald. For that day, I will train hard, and I'll put an end to his tyrannical ambitions. Witness me, sister. Professor is well again. The time has come. I will issue Theobald my challenge. He and his minions use Rust Rock as their hideout. But who should bear the letter there? Okay. You, sister. Is this wise? What if they set upon you again? No. Better that I go. Master, wait. If you deliver the letter, it will most certainly end in blood. After should go. Without a hostage, they can't pull no dirty tricks. They wouldn't dare try After again. Very well. I entrust this letter to you. Take it to Rust Rock and see it to Theobald's hands. Where's Rust Rock? Oh, is that up? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Ah, yeah. Ah, I remember you. Friend to the pathetic monks. You're bold to come here. What do you want? A letter of challenge. A dated practice befitting a dying style. And a lot of effort to simply lose. I accept. Indeed, I anticipated I'd have to deal with a stubborn fool another beating. I'll be a schism, and you may tell Widdigelt, nay, my dear cousin Theodred, that he would do well to bring a coffin. Okay, in that case, let's go back to Castramorians. Oh, there they are. The letter is delivered. My thanks, sister. I've invited the people of Alagana. They too shall bear witness. The fight is to be single combat, but my opponent's scruples at naught. Well do we know this, so we must be prepared for anything. Whatever should happen, I am confident we will prevail. For as I trained, I awakened to a new power. The power to protect. Really? A crowd? Well, if you're determined to make a spectacle of your demise, who am I to stop you? Let all present witness the death of the Fist of Ralga. Hear me, people of Ala Mhigo. A feeble faith such as this charlatan peddles will avail you naught. Only a strong and absolute ruler can save you. Only I can save you. Those words may as well come from the Empire. People need not another tyrant. Nay, what they need is hope. And hope they may yet have. Hope everlasting in their hearts, that none can take away. So I beg you, brother, give up your aspirations for the throne. Join me in reviving the Fist of Ralga, as is your right. The time for deception is past, but one man I know wields the lance as you do. So take off this mask that you wear, the mask of a dead prince, and show me your face, Adri, my brother. Adri. Long has it been since last I heard that name. I'd always thought you dim-witted, but it seems your memory still serves you well at least. Why do you desire our destruction? So much so that you fool even yourself. Like you, I was an orphan. The temple was the only home I knew. That home was taken from me, laid to waste at Theodoric's command. The monks, hailed as the realm's greatest warriors, could not withstand the mad king's might. It was then that I knew that blood counts for more than all else. All the training we undergo to hone the flesh and mind, none of it is worth a spit in the face of absolute power. And those who are born without it, those like me, will ever be made to suffer. But you had it all from the beginning. Born into the royal family, with the blood of kings coursing through your veins. You had the power to lead and to rule. But still, you turned your back on our nation's liberation. And for what? For the sake of a fist that couldn't protect itself? I was nobody, just one of the Griffin's lowly doubles. But if you will not rise up for our nation, then I will. You have no right to stop me. You, who have forfeited your own birthright. Hear me, brother. Our blood defines not who we are. The path we walk is ours to choose. And I have chosen not to destroy, but to protect. Hollow words from someone born to power. You will never understand what it means to be weak. Never! I am Wittogelt, a brother of the Fist of Ralga. That is who I am. No more, no less. I live to revive the Fist of Ralga, and by my fist, I will prove it to you. By fist, I mean foot. Damn! Okay, so we pulled out the Shoryuken. Where the fuck did he get an imperial mech? Oh, hi guys. Well now, the professor said there'd be a spectacle, but I certainly won't say no to some action. I've been itching for it since our match was cancelled. Enough, Adri. Our goals are the same. Our methods but differ. Together we can achieve much. We can restore our order. Adri is dead. I am Theobald, Theodoric's true heir and rightful king of Ala Mhigo. By your death, I shall claim my throne. To resort to the tools of our oppression. He'll stop at naught for power. It is a twisted experience, and we must straighten him out. How come I don't get to go Super Saiyan? Come, my friends! We fight for hope! I should probably be focusing on Big Spider. Oh! I just realized Harold here. Oh, and now there's more of them. Oh, sweet Jesus! Go down, Harold. Okay. They gave me extreme caution, but didn't do anything with it. That's fine. Okay. Now we can fight. I don't remember what to actually do with extreme caution. Oh, fuck me. Oh wait, okay, these guys are easy. Go, Hamon! Yeah, boy. Nicely done. Adri, when next we fight, let it be as brothers. Let it be face to face? Face to face? I'm not sure that's what you mean. We just fought him face to face. Do you mean shoulder to shoulder? Oh. So, Neff has been, since we went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine, she's been watching all of the like X-Men movies, and she's watched all of the Deadpools again with her little sister and stuff like that. She plans on watching all of the like Blade trilogy and stuff as well. She's already seen Daredevil. But apparently she's never seen X-Men Origins Wolverine. And so she's very confused why Ryan Reynolds is in it. So I've just told her, yes, the original timeline. It was referenced when Deadpool went back in time at the end of Deadpool 2. So yeah, she's gonna have fun. Anyway, I am weak. Too weak to bear the fist of Ralgar alone. Yet come what may, I will not give up. Each time I fall, I will pick myself up. From my heart, I ask you this. Will you not join me? Help me to build a new fist. One that knows not highborn or low. That fucks up my throat. That discerns not shadow or light. A fist of Ralgar where all may belong. Your fiery zeal kindles hope within people's hearts. I doubt not that many will come to you seeking strength. The strength to protect that which they hold dear, and by their own hands. Now then, let's return to Alagana. There's still much to do, not the least of all thanking our pugilist friends for their most timely arrival. Witnessing your furious struggle, I cannot help but wish that I too could contribute with my fists. My son, I suspect, felt the same way when he chose to join the resistance. But as he walked his own path, so too must I. As a man of science, it is my duty to pursue truth immutable. The knowledge may one day benefit future generations. I did my small part for Widigelt's cause. But know that it was mostly you, my friend, who helped him to forge ahead in the face of adversity, who picked him up when fate cast him down. And for that, I'm grateful. You possess a noble heart. It's more than makes up for your lackluster mind. With that, I shall head back to Uldar. As fine a distraction as it's been to watch young bloods come into their own, my research will not advance itself. As ever, should you wish to partake of my knowledge, do not hesitate to come to me. It was a fine speech, spoken from the heart. Lacked polish, to be sure, but that'll come with age and experience. As good a drubbing as we gave him, the Corpse Brigade will be lying low for a while. As will I think. At my age, a moment of fun costs a week of soreness. You must admit, though, every so often it's good to hurl yourself into a real battle. A real battle. Don't know about you, but I scarcely broke a sweat. Oh? I suppose I was simply imagining all your huffing and puffing. Well, sad though it is to part, it's past time we headed home. But I hope to continue this fine exchange with our friends monks, Zensa and Ochaka especially. Young and lithe as they are, I believe they harbour much pugilistic potential, and it would be my pleasure to personally help them explore it. Gods, could you make it any more obvious? Till next time, take care after, and thanks for showing these old bones a good time. With your help, we've managed to weather another storm. I dare say we've all earned a moment's respite. You know, I can't help but feel that Master's too nice sometimes. After all that Theobald, old Adri fellow did to him, he goes and begs the villagers to tend to his wounds. So complete is his dedication to reviving the Fist of Ralga, he wastes no energy on such things as anger and retribution. Right. And at any rate, there's nothing standing in our way for now. We're free to get on with our mission. That we are. And we've begun in Alagana. We shall continue in all corners of Girabania, never resting until the Fist of Rauga thrives throughout the realm once more. I'd say Master has his work cut out for him. He's going to need all the support we can muster. So let us ever strive to grow stronger, the better to provide that support. After all, it wouldn't do well to always rely on Arthur. Damn right. That's what we're waiting for. Let's go and train. What? But we've only just... excuse us. And thank you. From the bottom of our hearts. Everything. Recent trials have taught me much. About myself. About the extent of my debts. Through adversity, none of you abandoned me. I nearly abandoned my dream. Never again. I owe it to those who stood by me. To many I am indebted, and to you most of all. You are my master in all but name, ever leading by example, teaching me strength and grace. I pray that you will help many others as you have helped me. I shall resume my mission, with my disciples at my side. Together, we will spread the fist across the land. The journey will be long, but come what may, I will see it through, for I am not alone. Fare you well, my sister. Till next we meet. Neff is now freaking out because she's learning things the rest of the world has known for 15 years. I look forward to her finding out about Gambit. Okay, and now I have a new gauge. The action Brotherhood grants the effect Meditative Brotherhood, increasing the frequency with which you open chakra. Moreover, you can open up to 10. Okay. And then... Okay, so... Wait, what? Mantra? Oh. I thought Mantra was damage up. But I guess... Maybe that was before Dawn Trail? I could have sworn Mantra was damage. Doesn't really matter. But Brotherhood is the one that I actually want to use, because that's damage up. Okay. Fair enough. Hold on. What does this pacifist attire? Ooh. Hello. This is the first. Oh, it's Ralga's gloves. Okay. What's the rest of the set look like? Oops. Honestly, that chess piece is making me think of the Neza set. It's quite similar. I sort of like the one plated leg. So, what does... I mean, the circlet looks a bit stupid, but that's fine. What does just the chess piece look like? Okay. I think I still prefer the Tantra set. If the gloves weren't like full elbow length gloves, I could see me potentially using these. I'll be interested to see what those look like once we upgrade them with Eurekan stuff. I need to go back into Animos to get some more crystals if we're going to do that, though. I have, thinking of Eureka, I haven't done any Hydatos, really, yet. Not actually played that much, to be honest. But what I did do is I went into Pyros and tried to grind some light so that I can get myself substats for our red mage weapon. Basically what I want to try and do is make the red mage weapon as good as I possibly can, because I'm probably going to go with red mage for all of the farming, especially for Animos and Pargos, but also like the only other class that I might do is probably going to be warrior, which if I'm at that point, I probably don't care too much about how much damage I'm doing. I care more about how much I'm surviving. But yeah, so I've re-rolled this twice and I've still got shit stats. So I need to do more, but I need a lot more Pyros crystals anyway. Although to be honest, I need to spend more time in Pargos before I worry about trying to get too many more Pyros crystals. Because I can't use the Pyros crystals for anything unless I try and get more elemental armor. But yeah, that is now Monk done. Who do I want to do next? It would probably be smart to do Scholar. Haven't actually played Scholar in a while. Aether Pack. Oh, that's, yeah, Fey Union. That's the Tether ability. Here's the thing. Whilst your fairy is tethered with Fey Union, do they continue to do their normal healing as well? Don't know. I guess we'll find out. Where do I go? Ah, okay, so we're still in the Marauders. Cool. Whilst I'm here... Why am I bothering to check? I've not done anything that would really give me poetics. This is what I meant to do. That might be useful? No, I've got Diadocos, don't I? What do I have on my summoner? Yeah, I have Ornate Diadocos, so that's going to be way better than the Rincasa. Or Rinskita. Still, potential for glam. Which, given that I have to go up to this level anyway, I may as well drop some stuff off in my glamour chest. Or glamour dresser. Oh, I also need to make sure to check the squadron. Yeah! Okay, there's my battle manuals for the week. The reset is tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure that I got those or sent them off for one last chance. Cool. You know what? Hold on a second. I need to take a quick break. Okay. Let's get back to it. Just keep running and running and running. Run, bitch! I look forward to when I can get more of the Mansoya gear. That is what this is from, right? Yeah. Or Manosia. After. You would arrive at this very instant. As though the gods themselves have sent you. Not a quarter bell ago I received a missive from Surito Kurito. An emergency has arisen at the Wondrous Palace and he's requested our immediate presence. While the exact nature of his trouble remains unclear, we can scarce ignore his call. He awaits us at his usual place. Come, my friend. We haven't a moment to waste. Oakley dokley. I'm gonna do the scholar job quests, and then that's probably where I'm gonna call it for the day. I mean, that still means there's probably about an hour left, but... Sup, you little fucker? Alkazolka. After. Thank you both for responding so swiftly to my summons. Forgive my brusqueness, but I believe it best if we got straight to business. Assume the both of you remember the invisible Voidson that we defeated not long ago? I could scarce forget such a vile creature. Well, you'll be pleased to hear that I've finished studying its remains and believe a cure may be within my grasp. Mayhap cure is a slight exaggeration. What I speak of will only halt the spread of the sickness, not reverse all of the effects it has had on our bodies. Sarito Kurito, you're far too modest a man. Truly, what you speak of is incredible. A miracle, even. Alas, it's not to be praised for the progress I've made that I asked you here today. You see, Satoto, one of my comrades who've been assisting me in my experiments, has mysteriously vanished. I'm terribly worried. While the rancor has subsided from most of our hearts, we still retain our Tonbri forms. Were we to wander too far from our home here, any number of organizations would be more than happy to have us hunted down. That is why I would ask that you, my two most trusted associates, locate and escort Satoto back to the Wondrous Palace before it's too late. Of course we'll do it. We can hardly ignore the pleas of one of Nim's foremost scholars. After, I have an idea of where we can start. Let's check with the Grand Companies to see if a bounty's been placed on Satoto's head. Bounty? Let's hope it's not yet come to that. Maelstrom Commander's in Limsa Laminta. There we should be able to ask the Hunt Billmaster if any Tonbris have recently been registered. I very rarely use these. I've got loads of them. I just always forget that they exist. Good morning to you, sir. How might I be of service to you today? We're looking to slay a Tonbri. Tonbri, eh? We currently have only one Tonbri marked for the hunt by the name of Marbury. Marbury. If I recall correctly, he was marked for the hunt from even before Satoto disappeared. The possibility of there being a mix-up between the two is slim. It seems we must continue our search elsewhere. Captain Bun! Alka! Wasn't aware the two of you knew each other. Rashant! Good to see you again. I think I may have forgotten to say so the other day, but I greatly appreciated your help with my training. You know, I'm always happy to help. I don't suppose you've come all this way to thank me, however. What brings the two of you here? We're searching for an escaped Tonbri and thought it might have been marked for the hunt. A Tonbri, you say? Well, I can't promise this in any way related. A few days back, a disturbance broke out in Vesper Bay. He discovered a stowaway hiding in one of the ferries. Indeed. Witnesses say that a small green blur leapt from between the crates and dashed out of sight as soon as the ship pulled into port. While of a similar size and build to a Lalafell or Quiquern, they claim it looked far too alien to be either. Thank you, Rashant. It sounds like you may have given us our first lead. After me. We make for Vesper Bay with all haste. I don't think I have any Vesper Bay tickets anymore. I think I did actually finally use all of them a while back. What one do I want to go for then? Wait, Vesper Bay's Thanalan. That's why I couldn't find it. I think it's Horizon, isn't it? I could just open my map, but fuck that. I also could have taken the ferry from wherever it is. Wrong way. Good. For a moment I thought I'd lost you. Let's begin by questioning this man here. He appears to be one of the men from the ferry Rashant told us about. You're asking if I saw the stowaway? Ah, you bet I did. Nah, it wasn't just any stowaway what boarded our ship. Expect it was one of them fellows. A gob. Without his mask. Either that or it's a rare beastie you can't find around these parts. Not that it matter, mind you. Whatever it were, the brass blades are after it. You best be sure they'll catch it. Thank you for all your help, sir. If an organisation that large has yet to find the stowaway, we've little chance of succeeding in such an endeavour ourselves. Rather than blindly rushing about, our time would be better spent gathering what information we can regarding this incident. I'll go and speak with my acquaintances in Uldar. In the meantime, I ask that you return to Sarito Kurito and inform him of what we've learned. Easy enough. After. Can only hope your swift return means that you come bearing good news. Has crossed the sea and is likely now in Fenelon, you say? What could possibly have spurred our friend to do such a thing? Sarita Kurita, forgive my tardiness. I made a small detour to Uldar to speak with my associates. Unfortunately, they could tell me nothing aside from the fact the brass blades are looking into who the stowaway might be. I've nevertheless asked that they keep an ear to the ground and report to me should they learn more. Thank you, Alkazoka. If, as you suspect, our friend has fled to the vast continent of Aldenard, there's little sense in us conducting any more searches. Judging by the brass blades' inability to find their quarry, we should have no need to worry about the Hunt or any other institution capturing Satoto for now. Best option is to wait until we know more. I'm inclined to agree. Should I come across any new information, I'll send word to you right away. There's a good chance this search will turn into something of a long-term effort. I suggest you rest while you still can. What brings you this way? Oh, it seems then Zolka's last missive somehow failed to reach you. He's uncovered information regarding Satoto's possible whereabouts, and is currently waiting for you to join him at the Marauders Guild in Limsa. Welcome, my friend. My contacts have but recently caught wind of a rumour that the brass blades are once again on the move. It seems they've spotted a creature matching the description of the Vesper Bay stowaway. Luckily for us, their quarry has fled into the Black Shroud, in an area that's out of their jurisdiction. Oh, hey, Patinga, how you doing? While there's still much that we do not know, at least we now have an idea of where to begin. Let us immediately depart for Camp Tranquil. You just got home from a walk. Fair. As you may well already know, the only way to reach the Black Shroud from Thanlan is to pass through this area. That means whoever, or whatever the Brass Blades were pursuing, entered the forests from here. If our hunch is correct, and Satoto is in there, we best hurry. A Tonbri who's seen little of the outside world would likely not last more than a few days on their own. To cover more ground in less time, I suggest we split up. I shall take the north, while you scour the south. Once we're done, let us meet back here. Ouch. Try as you might, you didn't catch sight of Satoto or anything resembling the missing Tonbri. You spy a fallen figure, small of stature and green of skin. It's surrounded by poachers. I mean, that does look like the Marbury. Looks like we've struck gold. If we skin and sell this... If we skin and sell this thing, we're guaranteed a fortune. 7 L's, don't go celebrating just yet. We gotta kill it first. Hide's so thick it broke my bloody knife. Good. So he's not dead. Hello. How you doing? Father, is this where it all ends? Thank you, madam. You saved my life. That spell? You wield Nemean magics. Are you perchance after the adventure in possession of a soul crystal? Sarito Kurito often speaks of you. Thank the gods. You're safe. After my search of the northern reaches turned up nothing, I returned to Camp Tranquil to wait for you. When you didn't appear, I began to grow worried and came looking for you. Good thing I did too, bloody poachers. But how rude of me. I nearly forgot to introduce myself. Hello, Satoto. I am Alcazolka, Royal Marine and Marauder. My friend, Afterburn, and I have been searching for you. My lady, if I may be as bold to say, your radiance, it's blinding. Isn't she beautiful? I'm pretty sure that she is a he. How did you know? It's obvious, isn't it? Her glowing skin, her comely face. She's clearly a lovely young woman. Now, Satoto, what prompted you to leave Bronze Lake so abruptly? As you are likely already aware, Sarito Kurito saved us. While on the outside we remain as Tonbris, he has purged our hearts of the rancor. And that's why I left. There's something I must take care of now that my mind is once again my own. And what What's that, pray tell? Over 1,500 years ago, back when Nim was still at its peak, my father was a scholar and a Royal Marine. He was dispatched upon a secret and incredibly dangerous mission to infiltrate Amdapor. The day he left was the last time I ever saw him, and I expect the reason he never returned was because he was discovered and apprehended by the Amdapori. So you came here, to the place the ancient nation once stood. You do realize that regardless of whether he survived or not, your father, I know. I am under no illusions that he might still be alive. Even if he somehow escaped Amdapor, unlike those of us sealed away in the tower, the passage of time would have eventually robbed him of his life. I'm only looking to find something that reminds me of him. A keepsake, if you will. Sounds as though you loved your father a great deal. Very well. If this means that much to you, we, the Royal Marines, shall volunteer to aid in your search. Right after? The two of you would really do that for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. Now, let's return to Camp Tranquil. There we can discuss how to proceed. Because nobody's going to worry about the Tonbri that we're just having a chat with. Before we begin searching for a memento of Satoto's father in earnest, I must go to Bronze Lake to inform Sarito Kurito we've found his dear comrade, and that she's safe. Speaking of which, Satoto, you must promise me you will never again do anything so reckless as wandering a foreign land alone. The realm is a dangerous place, doubly so for someone with your affliction. Very well. If it really means that much to you, I shall make that promise. Good. That's all that I ask. I ask that you look after Satoto and see that she gets some rest that she might recuperate from her ordeal. We shall make for the Lost City upon her full recovery. Satoto, you appear to be doing much better. Even your complexion has returned to normal. Indeed, I too noticed that my skin once again glows a healthy shade of green. Must be a Lala thing. Now that Satoto has recovered, our search can begin. Ere we depart, let us quickly review what we know. Satoto's father was a scholar in the Royal Marines who'd been dispatched on a mission to infiltrate Amdapor. He was to return with a cure to the disease that threatened to engulf Nim, only he never did. I'm almost certain he was caught, captured, and then killed by the Amdapori. Even if that were not the case, after 1,500 years, we can safely assume he's no longer alive. I hold out hope, however, that some of his belongings remain. The Amdapori were extremely dedicated to expanding their knowledge of healing magic. Anything in a scholar's possession would have been of incredible value to them, and had your father been captured, they would have confiscated all that he had. He would then likely have been transported to a remote and secure location for interrogation. That means our chances of finding anything that once belonged to him will be highest in Amdapor Keep. Oh, Alka, not only are you terribly kind, but you're keen of mind as well. Thank you. Now, in the final years of the War of the Magi, Amdapor was demolished by the Maki. It was overrun with a myriad of void-sent beasts that linger to this day. As we forge forward, we would be sure to keep your wits about you. Amdapor Keep is fraught with dangers, both known and unknown. Okay. Am I gonna have to run through Amdapor Keep with a Tonbri as my party mate? Because I would fucking love that, not gonna lie. Instead of running through it with a party, just do it with, like, a Tonbri. I would fucking love having Brayflox, Satoto, and then who else? Brayflox could be a tank, Satoto could be DPS, Sarito Karito could be a healer. I suppose you could then have, like, you could have the Amalja, the Ixal, and all of the different beast tribes. That would be interesting. You finally made it. If you're ready, please lead the way. Like, I would enjoy a different. Okay. We actually are. Awesome. Like, it would be cool if, instead of squadrons, because squadrons got abandoned after Heavensward, but instead of squadrons, we had, like, a society thing where we could run around with members from different societies. The interrogation of the Nymean spy we apprehended is scheduled to soon take place at the Moot Hall. The healing powers his people wield are not like those of white magic. Regardless of what it takes, we must find a way to determine the mysterious source of his power. We suspect his robes are crucial to his spellcasting. They will no doubt hold some of the answers. For now, however, we'll be sealing them away in one of our mana idols. We must begin dismantling the mana idols. I don't particularly want to be made to go to sleep. Thank you. The little flapping of their thin feet. Oh wait, hold on, that's where the button is. I honestly haven't played Scholar in basically since I got it up to 90. I've mainly been playing Gunbreaker and Red Mage for the last, like, few weeks. A little bit of Dancer, but not much. Only for the Society dailies. Our fairy isn't healing Alcazolka. That's a little bit of an issue. Because I imagine if he dies, that we fail and get sent back to the beginning. Mana Snatcher. Wow, the aggro. The range on that. Impressive. Okay, probably about time that we heal up the little guy. He is kind of getting the shit kicked out of him, though. No idea why I did that. That was just the wrong button. Why can't I move? Is this a coffer? This thing must have been feeding on the mana idols. Perhaps this is it. Look, it's a Nemean grimoire. And it's full of Eos Rule 34. I recognize this. It's my father. And these are his robes that from the day he left. All of it's been so perfectly preserved. It's almost as though he was wearing them, but yesterday. Oh, what's this? Is that his soul crystal? Yes. And within slumbers the fairy that's been with my family for generations. I thought I had lost nearly everyone to that godforsaken war and the terrible disease that followed. Yet in spite of all odds, here she is, the last of my family, sitting right in the palm of my hand. I'd give anything to see her again. Lilac? Lilac, please, answer me. That doesn't look right. Bye, Lilac. Satoto! Satoto, what happened? Wake up! Something's wrong. She's not responding. We have to get her back to Camp Tranquil immediately. Oh, that was nice of them. You're a Royal Marine and an outstanding scholar besides. Surely you can diagnose what's wrong with her? I can try. Satoto has no external injuries, and both her breathing and pulse are stable. Despite this, she appears to have slipped into a coma from which she will not wake anytime soon. She won't be waking anytime soon? No, that can't be! What in the seven hells happened back there? Troubled civilians in need of a helping hand, I presume. Might the wood whalers be of assistance? Ah, well, if it isn't the adventurer, what brings you to this neck of the woods? This another one of your friends, I take it. So, in essence, a botched invocation rendered this thing unconscious. The solution to that's simple enough. Just leave it there to rest until it wakes up. Thing? Thing? How dare you speak of Satoto in such a callous manner? To think that you would suggest we leave this beautiful young lady out here in the open until she wakes up? You must be mad! Young lady? You're quite sure that's what she is? My apologies. I'll carry the young girl inside and see that she's given a proper place to rest. But before that, this coat of green mucus isn't contagious, is it? Green mucus? That's not green mucus, it's... Never mind. No, it's not contagious. You should be fine. Thank you for your help, sir. It is greatly appreciated. Oh shit. Ixion's up. At least for now, we can rest easy knowing that Satoto's safe. Or as safe as she can be, given the circumstances. All should be in order. I've seen to it that your friend's been given a comfortable bed to rest in until she recovers. I shall return to Bronze Lake and inform Sarito Kurito of all that's happened. Perhaps he'll be able to shed light on what's wrong with Satoto. In the meantime, I'd ask that you remain near on hand and keep an eye on her. Don't worry, I shouldn't be away too long. Okay. This will be the last Ixion that I need. So I do actually want to do this, because then I don't give a shit about any other Ixions. Should probably make sure that I have some Stygian Ash. There we go. Just in case. You normally get it from treasure maps. I guess they've started it. It's a good thing it wasn't very far away then, huh? Ah, no, I didn't have anything to worry about. Why? Just remember, this is as close as we're getting to the Dark Aeons for a while. Unfortunately for me, this isn't close enough. Yeah, that checks out. What does that even do again? Oh yeah, that's just regen for everyone. Is it? No, it's just a heal. It's just an AoE heal. Okay. Go down. Whoop whoop. There we go. That should be the last time that I need to kill Ixion. Yep, there we go. We have the minion. Back to Phantom, and then we'll finish up the Scholar quests. I wish that was the last time I had to kill Ixion. Okay, fine. To clarify, that's the last time that I need to kill Ixion from that fate in this game. Is that better? Is that better? I appreciate that I still need to kill Ixion in... Dark Ixion in Final Fantasy X. I have not forgotten. I also still need to go back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and finish the rest of the stuff in that as well. Something's terribly wrong. Ever since she collapsed, Satoto hasn't so much as stirred. According to Sarito Kurito, the sickness transforms not only the body, but also the quality of the afflicted individual's ether. As such, attempting to summon Lilac in her current state likely drained her of nearly all her vitality. A bit of rest, however, should have been enough to replenish her reserves, and she should be awake by now. The fact that she's not means something else is amiss. Please, go and have a word with Sarito Kurito, scholar to scholar. Perhaps if you were to combine your wits, you might learn what's wrong. I'll remain here and look after Satoto. So, Satoto still slumbers on. Normally, when scholars summon their fairies, they do so by extracting a portion of the ether circulating throughout their body and willing it to take shape. By releasing that form, they can then dismiss it, and the ether will flow back into their bodies. This is what should have happened to Satoto when she fell unconscious. I cannot understand why she remains asleep, unless... What if she only managed a partial summoning? There is a possibility that all of Satoto's aether fled from her body upon calling to Lilac, causing her to then fall unconscious before the fairy could fully manifest. That would mean this unbound phantom is out there somewhere, aimlessly roaming the land and preventing her from regaining consciousness. You and Alka must hurry to find and dispatch of it before it wanders too far. It may be the only way to wake her. Okay, so confirmed that it is indeed a her. Because I didn't quite trust Alka. Finally, you've returned. What did Sarito Kurito have to say? Partial summoned familiar. Then as Sarito Kurito suggests, we must hunt this thing down and destroy it. Do you recall how right before Satoto fell unconscious at the ruins, a purple sphere of light appeared before us? That must be the phantom fairy to which he refers. The problem is, the moment it materialized, it vanished from Amdapor Keep. There's no telling where it could have gone. The two of you are looking awfully somber. What's wrong? Does this thing, by any chance, resemble a floating violet orb? So you've seen it? No, but lately many of the whalers have been claiming they've encountered a spectre in the forest. In fact, the reports have been so numerous in number that I've been given orders to investigate the matter. Interestingly enough, the description they've given seems to match this phantom fairy of yours. That'll be it, alright. I'd like to immediately begin my search of this fairy spectre. There are a few rather pressing matters I must attend to first. Not to worry. After and I'll take it from here. We've already troubled you enough as it is. Very well then. My men have spotted the thing along the upper paths and Snake Malt. you may want to begin by searching both those places. Thank you. I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for the young lady. It's not as though I could simply stand by and watch as a helpless girl fights for her life. May not seem it, but somewhere in that man is a good heart. Now then, let's immediately begin surveying the areas Landalel mentioned. You take the upper pass and I'll go to Snake Malt. Hello? You notice nothing out of the ordinary. You notice nothing out of the ordinary. And let me guess, third time's the charm. You notice something out of the ordinary. Out of the corner of your eye, you see an eerie, glowing presence floating toward you. It releases a hideous scream. You find yourself under attack. Nappa. About time you came, my friend. I was beginning to grow concerned one of the beasts in the forest had gotten the better of you. I, myself, encountered a fair few woodland creatures during my search, one of which was a purple sphere of light. Alas, it turned out to simply be a will-o'-the-wisp. By the expression on your face, I assume your investigation went no better? Where the seven hells did that thing fly off to? There you are. Just moments ago, one of my men was attacked by your fairy. What? According to him, it disappeared into the lost city of Amdapor. We won't be able to give chase just yet, however. Entry into the area is heavily restricted due to the darkness which permeates it. We need to receive special permission from the Order of the Twin Adder. I'll go and request that right now. In the meantime, I ask that you wait here. Landonel, with all due respect, why is it you're so intent on helping us? To put it bluntly, the fairy is our responsibility, not yours. I told you before, green of skin or not, I cannot stand to see the young girl suffer. After all, the duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Now, if the two of you are planning on joining me in this fight against the fairy phantom, I suggest you begin making preparations. Taking this thing down is going to be no easy task. Sweet. After you're here. Excellent. Where else was I going to be? Landonel, mere moments ago, received the necessary authorization for us to enter Amdapor. He'll also be accompanying us into the Lost City. He claims that in watching over Satoto, he's developed a brotherly affection for her and wants to help. Honestly, I think he's just raring for a fight. Well, whatever his reasons, I am simply glad for his assistance. The more seasoned fighters we take, the faster we'll be able to dispatch the parasite leeching Satoto of her ether. Now, let's head to the gates, where we'll be meeting Landonel. Are you ready? Good. The moment Landonel joins us, we'll enter the Lost City. Let's go! Oh, damn. Okay, we're straight into it. Is it perhaps trying to lead us to the Karibo? Because I do remember that you can interact with the Karibo. I just don't remember what it is that you actually need to do to it. I mean, this is legitimately just the end of Amdapor Keep Hard. And there's the Karibo. Oh, look at that. Fallen Karibo. Okay. I like it. Oh shit. Landell, don't you die on me. Oh dear God, Alka, be careful. Use raw intuition, you daft bastard. Okay, I don't think it's going to be getting up again. Oh no, maybe. It could still get up again. Is it gone? It is! We did it! It's another victory for the Royal Marines. The statue stopped moving and the earlier dread I felt has begun to recede. It appears the Phantom Fairy is no longer. Yes! Which means there's a good chance Sototo's Aether has returned to her. She'll be up soon. Let's hurry back so that she might have a friendly face to wake to. I forget, what's our fairy's name? Is it Lily? Big old crystal. Looking like a rupee from Zelda. What in the God's names are you doing? Come on, we must return to Camp Tranquil post-haste. Right, it took a lot more out of me than I thought it did. Where's Sototo? And Landonel, for that matter. Sototo, you're awake! Alka, what's wrong? Are you alright? Do you not remember? You attempted to summon Lilac and fell unconscious. You've been asleep this entire time. Well, at least until we defeated the fairy you'd called forth. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. It was never my intention to place any of you in harm's way. While I was sleeping, I had a dream. It was of my father. When the first wave of the sickness hit, person after person began taking ill. I watched as he and the other scholars rushed through the streets, trying to save anyone they could. Then the sickness struck me. When my skin began to turn green and my limbs began to shrink, he decided to embark upon a mission to obtain the cure, one he knew was destined to end in failure from the very start. He made his way to where all the white mages resided, the enemy nation of Amdapor. In a last-ditch attempt to save me, he infiltrated their borders. I suppose we all know how that story ends. Even if he no longer cared for me, loathed me even, what I had become, it wouldn't matter. I just wish I could have seen him one last time. What are you talking about, Sototo? Your father would have been delighted to see the stunning young woman you've grown into. Thank you, Alka. You always know what to say. While I've always known I'd never again feel my father's loving embrace, I had thought that maybe, just maybe, I could have at least seen his fairy. In my selfish desire to do so, however, I put everyone in danger, including Lilac. Words are not enough to express how sorry I am. That reminds me, Sototo, do you have any idea why Lilac was so drawn to the Lost City? Need not worry about it, friend. There's likely little rhyme or reason to the actions of a frenzied spirit. Maybe, but the way she was moving seemed deliberate, almost as though she was trying to show us something. Do you have any ideas after? Gems down. A gemstone? think this is what Lilac was trying to lead us to. We should take it to Sarito Kurito that he might examine it. He of all people will be able to comprehend its significance. Oh, I nearly forgot. Landonel, sir. Thank you for taking care of me when I was so unwell. Think nothing of it. The world may be full of self-serving men and women, but don't forget that not all of us are like that. Should you run into someone or something that threatens to hurt you, be sure to come and find me. Once I run them through with my lance, they shan't bother you no longer. Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to do that. And at that moment, the skies clear. Kurito, there's something we'd like you to examine. After discovered this gemstone in the lost city of Amdapor, it seemed as if to be of great import to the fairy Satoto summoned. Indeed. Dear gods, it couldn't possibly be. This gemstone, it appears to contain concentrated white magics. How did you find this? From what you described, I can only surmise that this is the Guardian statue's crystal core and the source of its power. Is it possible then that this is what Satoto's father sought to acquire by infiltrating Amdapor? It is very likely. Had the Nemeans managed to attain and analyze one of these gemstones, we could have found remedies to any number of diseases, possibly even that of this sickness which destroyed our lands. It's just as I thought. Lilac was acting with deliberate intent. She had guided us to the lost city that we might uncover this. Normally, a fairy which has failed to fully manifest is nothing more than a sphere of turbulent etheric energy, incapable of being manipulated by its summoner. Lilac, however, is in part a remnant of her father's aether. Perhaps she retained his strong will to see Satoto was saved. Lilac, Father, thank you. Thank you for everything. In my selfish desire to reconnect with my father, I caused the two of you a great deal of distress. For that, I am terribly sorry. Satoto, there's no need to apologize. Your undying gratitude is more than enough. Thank you, Alka, for everything. That you should, even now, treat me like the young girl I once was. It's perhaps what I've come to like about you most. My apologies, Satoto. I didn't quite catch that. Do you think you could... Satoto? Are you alright? You're going red. Mayhap you need to lie down and rest. I'm perfectly fine. Although, Alka, the next time the Royal Marines are out training, would it be alright if I joined you? Of course. You'd be a fine addition to our ranks, my lady. You are the daughter of one of Nim's very own Royal Marines, after all. For now, this is enough. When the day comes that I regain my original body, however, pray that you'll give me strength, Father. Lilac, that I might one day convey my feelings to him. I don't want to see that Rule 34, thank you. The two of you have gone to great lengths to bring Satoto safely back to us. For that, I cannot thank you enough. This gemstone that you brought back from Amdapur at Lilac's behest will no doubt pave the way for a new generation of scholars. I'll begin analysing this gemstone straight away. I'll do whatever it takes to discover the cure, and thus carry on Sototo's father's legacy. And speaking of legacies, you've shaped up to be a mighty fine scholar. Can't help but feel proud whenever I look upon you. What a relief it is that Sototo's back to normal. While incredibly trying, I cannot help but be glad for our little misadventure. Not only will it aid Sarito Kirito's efforts to discover a cure, but the Royal Marines will become all the stronger for it. We've even earned ourselves a new member. I know I don't say it enough, but thank you for always being there. You're an excellent scholar and an even better friend. Now, let's leave this place. It's past time we returned home to continue our training. To victory, come hells or high water! Lilac has bequeathed all her knowledge. Nice. And what does this set look like? I already hate it. Yeah, I kind of hate the shoes too. I don't hate the skirt as much, but I also don't like it. Okay. Well, there we go. We managed to do both monk and scholar job quests, which means that I have 2 new relics to start working on in Eureka. Yay! I mean, I'm saying that like I'm not enjoying it. I do enjoy Eureka, and like Animos is fine. It is just Pagos. If it wasn't for the light grind in Pagos, it would be fine. Like I with Eureka, every zone they then built off to make the next zone better. But like I much prefer the way that they did Pyros, where there is the light grind, but it's potentially optional. And I think you, in order to get maximum, not necessarily the best roll, because it's still RNG at the end of the day, but to get the maximum number of different substats, I think you need to reroll like 5 to 7 times. And then, you know, if you get shit stats, you might need to reroll more times. But that would only mean, so let's say that I have to do it 7 times for the relic. That would still only be 14 light that I'd need to grind. Whereas Pagos, you need, what, 31 light per relic? Ishk is what I say to that. Ishk. But anyway, that is us done for the day. I am hoping that I'm going to be well enough to stream on Wednesday, and if I am, there's the potential that that could be Cyberpunk, or even Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We will see. But thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Later.